All right, we're doing event dungeon free to play, and I've seen people complain in other videos when they do them on their main accounts and call it free to play. I'm on the free to play account, so you can't really argue that whatever I do here isn't free to play. All right, let's get into it. All right, well, I'm on stage 1. Let's be really exciting, I'm sure, if I walk you through each individual stage. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to throw a nuker in here, somebody like Thor, and just let him, even though he's negative affinity, I probably should put Rathalos in there. But I could throw a couple nukers in there even. I'll bring you back. I'm just going to let these guys roll. My goal is to make it to stage 20 in this dungeon. I've seen some of the crazy teams people are doing on later stages, particularly like, some of those stage 30 teams where they're using multiple of those elixir relics and they're ramping them up to the 5-star, 6-star on the test server. I think that's crap, personally. I would never advise you guys to take relics that you may only use in this dungeon for 2 months. And then are you going to use that elixir relic in the future at 5-star? Even 4, 5, or 6-star? The materials to upgrade those relics are so expensive. I would just never upgrade those things versus the Cat's Graze if you got one of those, or the Wand of Submission, or whatever relic you'll get in the future.
Hey, before we go on, click the link in the description right now and you can get the great legendary poisoner, Narma, along with 3 epics. You get Anax, Mausoleum Mage, and the best epic in the game, Uugo, as you progress. All you have to do is follow 4 steps. Step 1, log out Play and Play on the PC and uninstall. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid, complete the tutorial. And step 4, go to your inbox, Narma's there waiting. These 4 free champions will give you an insane head start in raid, so click on that link before it expires. I just think there's better relics out there. So on this channel, I'm never gonna build a stage 28, 29, 30 team with multiple relics that you've got to upgrade to that extent. Maybe a 3-star I do, but honestly, 2 3-star relics for 1 dungeon for 2 months? I just think that's wasteful. So I'm never gonna build a team like that to show you that I wouldn't want to build myself on my own account. I mean, I've seen these guys doing it and I'm not trying to blame any particular, they're doing content. So they want content, it gets views. But I just don't see doing stuff on the test server that I wouldn't do on my own account with my own resources and feel good about doing it. So this one's the free to play. It can't do stage 30 to me, even if I had all those relics, which honestly, I'm not even sure I've ever crafted a relic on this account. So probably should see what kind of materials I have, but I just don't see building that content. So, hey, she's taking turns. We may actually have hit a stage where we're just gonna die with our magic-based nuker against a force-based boss. Anyway, I'm not showing you these stages just for the show you the stages, just having something run in the background while I'm talking about the philosophy here. So on the free-to-play, I hope to hit stage 20, and I'd like to be able to run stage 20 on the main account. I'll do that in a different video that's not this free-to-play focus. That one I'm hoping to hit stage 27, and then I'll stop there. And let me show you a screen for why does that matter. So what I put on the screen is a spreadsheet here that just shows you these are 6-star mythical, 5-star mythical, 6-star gold, 5-star gold. So if I look at that, I see stage 20, which I'm targeting on the free-to-play, just gives me a 2% chance for 6-star gold and a 5% chance for 5-star gold. Not great. Obviously, that's not what I'd prefer to do, but I just think that's what the free-to-play is going to get to. Actually, if I put stage 27 in, I go to the optimizer doesn't find a single team on the planet that's had the optimizer open with my champs and beat stage 27. So it ain't happening on the free-to-play. But if I take the main account, then I look at these percentages, and I look at, okay, stage 26 at least breaks into the chance to get a mythical. And if I can get to stage 27, I double that chance from stage 26 to get 6-star mythical. And then you still have a decent, you have a crap chance, but you have a 1% chance, at least there's a chance to get a 5-star mythical, and you're up to 5%. So if I look at stage 28, yeah, it's a decent increase from stage 27, but 4.8 to 5.12 for 6-star gold, that's not that much of an increase. And 10.2 to 10.8, not much of an increase. Not that I want 5-star gold anyway. So yeah, I mean, those percentages are nice, but every stage you move up here in this dungeon just gets more and more painful for the boss mechanics. So I'm hoping I can get to stage 27 on the main account. So
Anyway, free goal in this video is stage 20, but I thought this table might be helpful just for you to see kind of the odds and why I'm targeting the stages I'm targeting. The free-to-play is limited just because of capacity, and the main account's just going to do 27, targeting 27 just because of the cost, like I said, of having to build these odd champs, or I guess not that. It's really just building these relics. Relics that I just don't see. I'm not putting 4, 5, 6 star materials into making relics for a 2-month dungeon. All right, so that's that. All right, my team of just throwing great, is in. I hit a stopping point here, so I guess I got to add somebody to the team. Let me do that, and I'll come back. Well, for fun of it, let's just throw Python in there and see what they do. I probably should take that magic nuker out of there too, but I guess for the ads, he's still pretty helpful because Thor can kill those ads out, and he's faster than Rathalos. So, well, she really still hits at this level and steals all the buffs. But hey, Thor takes down the negative affinity. Is she forcing every stage? No, we get a nice daze artifact out of that. I think she's forcing every stage, right? Yeah, she is. But Thor did some work there. But you can tell that smack was pretty strong. All right, we're at stage 13, which at least is a better stage for getting rewards, but not where we want to be. Oh, there goes Thor. But she picks him back. Oh, she steals the stone skin too. Yeah, so you really don't want a stone skin reviver in there, do you? I don't think that's gonna end well. Yeah, no. All right, so who's even in stone skin? I don't think I have anybody in stone skin. I really should take a look at what this boss does. I'll be back. I'm probably blowing energy that I shouldn't really want to blow on a free-to-play account, but I'm not going all out yet. I'm just throwing in Wixwell and Elva. I took Pythian out because he did have stone skin on, and she steals the buffs at the start. When you kill the ads, she comes back in a second form then, and she steals your buffs. So it's good not to bring any buffs, and then she can't steal them. So bringing Elva's probably a bad move, but she can revive and cleanse. Ideally, I'd have her in a protection set like I do on my main account, but in this account, I'm assuming she's just in whatever she's in. If I even look at where my Elva is, yeah, she's just in a shield set, so I'm going to give the boss a shield technically, but she may outrun the shield before that happens. So we'll see what's there. I probably should just try and build my stage 20 team now and just, have that same team come through these stages instead of just throwing champs in. But I am curious where things go wrong, like counterattack. So Wixwell, bad idea. Well, hopefully I'm teaching you what not to do. Wixwell, bad idea, because she gets the counterattack. And bringing a stone skin champ in, bad idea. So what not to do, we are learning here. I'm going to go look at what team I want to do for 20 and quit wasting energy on a free-to-play account. I'll be back. All right, so I'm going to try the standard Geomancer. He has no relic on, which some of the advanced teams have, so he doesn't have anything. Armand's for speed. Mikage, I have no presets set on this thing, no team setup, so we're just going to see what she does. And then I'd like Pythion to be in this spot with Regen and Mortal on, but he's in that stone skin, which is a problem. So I'm just going to throw him with Thrall and see what she does in Rathalos. So I think this will be better than that last team. I don't think it's what I want for 20 yet, because as I said, I want to put that reviver in. But he should control the wave. She's going to have everybody hit the boss. We want Geomancer to put the burn on her, which he did. Rathalos taking out the ads, with the exception of leaving one up there, which actually isn't a bad thing. I wouldn't mind leaving him up there if everybody else. Look at that. So that certainly worked a lot better than those early stages. And we get a pinpoint helmet with resistance and speed. I should sell that, but since it's the first one I think I've gotten, I'll keep it for the fun of it. All right, let me just see what they do. I'll bring you back when we hit a roadblock. Well, Rathalos just laying waste to her. So 23 seconds on stage 14. Let's go try 15. All right, stage 15 took a minute. I mean, if they weren't so stupid, I realize they're probably doing what they think they should do, but there's one ad left with not a lot of health left. The boss doesn't have much health left, but my guy runs up and kills the ad, which allows her to convert to her second form and do a big nuke, and we had to take her down. If they had just attacked the boss instead of the ad, we'd be fine. I didn't click on anything because I just wanted to see what they did on auto. So unfortunately, they're not smart for how the boss works, which, I don't know. I guess whether they set champs up for different AI for these bosses, who knows? All right, well, let me roll these guys and I'll bring it back if something interesting happens. All right, stage 16 done, minute 53. We're definitely slowing down. I kind of wish you had left that run recording because I don't know what happened. She flipped over in a second form, nuked us, and then just dropped dead. I don't even know what made her drop dead. It was weird. Anyway, I think I'll keep that because it's a 5-star pinpoint I don't have on anybody. All right, so hey, stage 16 down, we're rolling. Yeah, I'm not thinking this team's gonna make it with no champion presets, no team presets, not the reviver, but I'll take them till they die. Let's see how this next stage goes. I'll bring you back. All right, I figured I'd pause here and just cover a couple stats that matter. So on stage 20, which I'm trying to hit, speeds are pretty low actually. So the fastest champ is actually the boss at 185 speed. So going before the boss is pretty easy. And it takes 325 accuracy to land your abilities on all the ads and the boss. So pretty reasonable stats relative to what you need to do on stage 30. So yeah, 325 accuracy and 185 speed is all you need for this boss. And mechanically, she's got her ads in here, and they've got block debuffs and HP burns and things that Magnar can hit hard. So, you know, on different stages, you get different ads. But the key is, once you kill that last ad, she's gonna flip into her second form, and she nukes hard and then steals all your buffs. So ideally, my champs wouldn't kill the ad. They would just finish off the boss. But they certainly love to kill the ads if they can. So hopefully here I'm just kind of curious. So there you go. So if you can kill her before you kill the last ad, like with Armand's in there, he could just keep controlling them. Don't let them take a turn and everybody kill the boss. It's just on auto, they're not that smart. There's no button, unfortunately, in the team settings that says, hey, just attack the boss, ignore the ads. I mean, if I could put that into AI, boy, this would go a lot better. So that's stage 17 down. We're rolling on to stage 18. So like I said, right there, Armand's stuns everybody. Now everybody just go kill the boss. But you can see what they're doing is they have to go after everyone else. Thankfully, Mikage's smart enough to go after the boss on her ally attack, and Gio will always put his burn up on the boss first. But from there, they'll constantly keep attacking the ads. And maybe even with Armand's, I turn off his sheep and just let those guys stay unkillable. So then at least if we do attack them, they can't die. Of course, my problem is if I don't click on the boss, then we'll just sit there and peck away at people with unkillables. Unless they're smart enough, I should check and see if I turn off the sheep, if they're smart enough not to attack people with unkillables, in which case that could be a good way around it, is don't let Armand's remove the unkillable, and if the boss doesn't have it, do they just focus on the boss? But anyway, those are the mechanics of the boss. There's more about the boss I could talk about, but really, you know, the key is if you can leave one ad standing and take the boss out, it's easier. If not, watch what buffs you have because the boss is going to strip them. So you saw what happened when I brought Wixwell in. That was a problem. You saw what happened when I brought a Stone Skin champ in. That was a problem, unless you can strip them back off. So Armand's could actually just use his sheep ability and strip that boss's buffs, but she hits hard, so if you let her get too many turns in, it's just not going to work out well for you. All right, so I think that's probably what's worth talking about. Let me bring you back if something more interesting happens. All right, stage 18, successfully killed the boss without killing that last ad. I like Magnar as an ad that they have in there because he's HP based and he takes some hits. So it's kind of nice. It'd be nice if stage 20's got a Magnar in there, but we'll see. So we got stage 19's got a Magnar. All right, we're one away from the goal. We got the Akoth and Rian. So those two have some nice synergies together. You got a block debuffs champ in there. So hopefully Armand's does his thing here. So we need to see him land that AoE stun. Thank you. And he'll run up and hit the ads. All right, well, I'll let them run and see if they can take down 19 and move our way to 20. Well, I don't know what changed on this one. I wasn't paying attention, but we're down to Mithrala, who I don't think they're going to be able to kill. But I don't think she's going to be able to kill the boss, since her only real attack is that A1, which just puts poisons on random targets. So maybe she could kill him, but it's going to take a while. Yeah, maybe I'll give her a minute and just see what happens, but probably not worth it. Especially if the boss can get block debuffs up there. We'll see. Yeah, this will never end. Mithrala's hanging out, but I forgot Achak can actually heal too. So the boss is actually healing, so there's no way she can kill. So I'm gonna have to come back and I might even just run it again, see what happened, because I didn't catch it. We'll see. All right, stage 19 down. I just took that team back in there. I must have been some fluke thing in the first run. Maybe we killed the boss off, or killed the odds off and the boss jumped up. I don't know. Hey, 6-star crit damage with accuracy and resistance. So I'll take that. All right, so we're up to the big finale, stage 20. I probably should build the team preset, but you know, honestly, they're kind of doing their thing. Really, it's clicking the boss that would matter, but I can't do that on auto. So, and honestly, if they would just take Achak out, That's actually what I'd want more than anything, because he puts up that block debuff, which can cause problems for us. But they're not going to target Ajak, unfortunately. And they're, well, Mithrala cleanses, so she'll clear those buffs off, unfortunately. But Armand's comes right back and puts them back up. So, yeah, if they just would target the boss, man, that would just make this so much easier. I wish there was an ability we could just click to have them do that. And then he steals the buffs from the ad instead of stealing it from the boss. I mean, they just do stupid stuff on AI, unfortunately. Well, I don't know how entertaining this is, so I will let them run. You can see what I've got set up. I have no team preset. Those are the champs I'm using. I will go through builds if this team's successful, and not just one run successful, but it looks like they could do it more than once. So I'm going to see how this one goes and see if anything interesting happens. I'd bring you back for it. But otherwise, I think they're just going to keep chipping away. And unfortunately, attacking the ads. Wow, we were just chunking away at the boss. No problems. Perfect health. Ads couldn't do anything. We took down the last ad. She flipped to the second form and just wiped. Wow. And I've got no reviver in there. Even Mithrala in Regen Immortal. The Immortal never even had a chance. She didn't stick around. Because I think with the poisons, probably could have kept up. But wow, I wonder if you do need that relic at this level or if I just don't have them built strong enough. That was pretty crazy. Let me see what I can do with that, because we made it to stage 20, but yeah, that's you can't rely on it not. If I could click the boss, we beat that stage. But on auto, you're not going to click the boss. It just sucks. Huh. Now let me see what I can do with these guys. All right, I'm back. I decided to sub out Mithrala and bring in Pythion, and I changed his build. He's in a regen set with a lot of HP. You know, if that boss flips over and does that big crit, she does pure damage hit. So, and if she kills an ally, she does a whole lot more damage. So, or one of the enemies. So I'm no presets again on teams because I'm not sure it really matters. So let's see how they do. That's the right start we need. We need to basically, I wish we could just leave the ads alone and target the boss, but we're not going to do that. So we'll probably end up taking the boss down, and then we'll just have to see if Pythion's strong enough to be able to take that hit and then revive the team and then chip away at the boss with no relics. So I didn't even look to see if I have relics. I'd like to see if you can do stage 20 free to play with no relics personally. So that's what I'm trying to go for here. So I'll bring him back, see how it does. All right, so we're doing pretty well here. Yeah, there goes the boss. So you notice Magnar is still sitting there. So we didn't kill the final ad, and the team got smoothly through. So yeah, stage 20 done, success, cheer, end the video. Now, I think I'm gonna run it again. I'll leave you hanging, leave you out, because I think I need to see what happens if you kill that last ad. Can the team still survive? Otherwise, the run's not gonna be reliable, right? So, hey, success, stage 20 down, that's what I wanted to see. But let me go run it again and just see what happens if I can see when the ad goes down. Unless this team reliable will leave Magnar standing. I just don't know that that's the case. Magnar's negative affinity to Rathalos, so maybe because he keeps weak hitting, but you're going to take Magnar down eventually. So let me run it again to see how it looks. Yeah, they're just going through comfortably, and they leave a lot of ads standing. So yeah, that team's looking pretty good. I mean, I got to admit, that team is looking good. So I'll keep that. So I am curious for those that don't have Mikage yet. I think I'll take her out, throw Mithrala in, and just see how's that work if you have Mithrala but not Mikage. So I'll come back and tell you if that was successful or not. Yeah, I tried it with Mithrala, but that didn't work as successfully. The boss did flip over and that didn't go well. So, and everybody was targeting the freaking Magnar instead of just going after the boss. Even Rathalos, negative affinity. I just don't get the AI in this game sometimes. I swear they just build it to screw with us. I mean, it's just so stupid. But anyway, Mithrala not as successful. So the other team was working. So hey, Mikage in that spot worked. Maybe that was just bad RNG on that run and Mithrala would be okay. But yeah, obviously it's not 100%. So I'd probably stick with the other team. All right, let me go through the champ builds that I was using for the team that did work, which was Rathalos and whatever I built him in when I probably first built him a while back. So he's got 40,000 HP, 4,900 attack, 203 crit damage, and accuracy doesn't really matter in this fight. He was landing his decreased defense actually, so that's probably helpful. Armand's for me is 333 speed. He doesn't have to be that fast, you'd say, because he's going before everybody else, but obviously the faster he is, the faster he cycles back to that AoE stun, and that really helps. So certainly the faster he is, the better. And then he's got 494 accuracy because that's what I need for arena. You don't need that in this fight. I already told you for stage 20, you just need 325 accuracy to land your abilities. And then I guess Rathalos, there's his masteries. Brimstone, no relic. Armand's, no relic. Intimidating presence, and those are his masteries. Geomancer was in there with those masteries, partially done. He has no blessing, which I should do because he actually has a star. No relic, and he's in perception. He's got 199 speed. He's on my clan boss team. Yeah, it'd be nicer if he was faster in this fight, but I'm not changing him. He's got enough accuracy to land his abilities. And then Pythion worked in the regen set, and he's got these masteries down to 50 extra resistance and his tier 6. He has no blessing, and he's 2 stars, so I should put that on. I'll get more HP out of him. Oh, well, I guess you don't need it, is what I'm showing you. And he's got no relic, and that was his build. He's at 88,000 HP, 2,784 defense, which I'd get more HP if I put that blessing on him, that's for sure. So that was the team that ended up being successful. Wait, Mikage, I didn't show you her. So she's speed, a whole bunch of sets. Supersonic, pinpoint, perception. She's got okay HP and defense. She's got a lot of speed, which is helpful, and she's got enough accuracy to land her abilities. So that was the team that proved to be successful. So that was the goal, get to stage 20 and find a team that looks farmable. I'll put a comment on my own video at some point if I run this team more and I'm just able to see what the success rate looks like. I mean, it looked really good when that team was running, but I didn't get enough runs, and it's 3 in the morning, so I got to get to bed. But it looking pretty good. I hope it helps. Have a great one.